right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
All of a sudden, she don't tell you
Yeah.
because she's afraid to come tell your father, hey, Dad, I got pregnant by my boyfriend.
Yeah.
She goes through all that, baby grown in her stomach. Mothers get attached to that because they feel that stuff inside their stomach.
100%.
You're going to look at your daughter and be like, look, she comes to you, she's 3-4 months pregnant. Now you can't do nothing. You can't abort it. Now you have to go through it because she waited so long.
Well, you can't. You shouldn't do it anyways.
Okay, but what are you going to do when your daughter comes to you 3 or 4 months and she's already, the baby's grown and it's too late to do an abortion?
Well, I don't want her to at all.
Okay.
I would say have the baby because the baby is part of you.
Yes.
The baby is a live human being.
Now I have a question. Would you let her keep that baby?
I'm
reliving that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well.
I'm reliving that.
First of all.
Every single day. You want me to have a kid?
No. First of all.
Shut up.
First of all, just 2 wrongs don't make it right. So killing the child for the crime of the father does not make it right. And wait, let me.
3 years old. Say you get
What?
5 years old. She gets pregnant.
You can't get pregnant at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say you're younger, and
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
You're not letting you get abortion.
No.
At 12 or 13?
No. So no. No. It's either murder or it isn't.
Okay, but now let's go to this. If
a murder.
But if no, it's not. No,
How is it not murder?
First of all, I have. Okay.
So let me give you an anecdote.
Hold on a second.
Please.
If I have an abortion, I go to jail for murder. Okay, this is what all this is about. But if I get raped, the same dude that raped me gets less time than I do.
No, so rapists actually love abortion.
What
The
rapist?
No, seriously,
the rapist would love nothing more than for him to
listen
and pillage and take for himself. And then what does he want? He wants all the evidence wiped away.
Saying the rapists love to see that.
Yes.
This sexual sex traffickers, they love it. And I don't want to be on their side. I want to be on God's side. And what God says is that every single human being in the womb is a human being.
I look at it this way. If you're
In the Bible. Thank you.
I look at it this way. If you're going to go through,
Amen.
if the person has to go through their birth, and that child or that person's not set up to have that baby, I look at
They already have the baby.
There's many people out here that cannot have a baby.
Yes.
So give the baby up for an adoption.
What I would tell the person is, I would tell them, love your baby. That baby is
Well,
you.
what if
The majority of women. Wait a second. There's a study done on this.
Yeah.
The majority of women who have their rapist baby, they love their baby,
Okay,
and
so
they
I have a
aren't
question,
reminded of the.
But I have a question though. Say they,
It's like 85, 90%.
but say, all right, she's 14. All right, say she gets pregnant at 14 right now.
Yeah.
She can't take care of it because she's in school.
Right.
So are you going to be willing to take care of it?
Oh, I would 100%.
Okay.
Especially if that's
Well,
the
then, hey, then I have to shake your hand on that. If you're willing to help your
100%.
daughter out and take care of it,
I stand.
yeah, I see that.
I will stand outside of the abortion clinic, and I've said multiple times to the women going in, I will adopt your baby.
Yeah.
They do not give a crap.
Then that'd be something. Then I agree with you on.
Well, I'm glad we agree on that. But
I'm just saying it's hard because if somebody gets raped
yes,
and they weren't expecting to have a child,
yeah.
so in their mind they're like, what do I do now?
But let me share a story with you.
All right.
There's this girl. She was like 14. She's been raped by her father-in-law, okay? And she was raped, and she got pregnant off of that.
Yeah.
The father-in-law said to her, go get an abortion because rapists love abortion. Go get an abortion right now. Do it. She went, she got the pill, she had an abortion. She felt horrible about it. She keeps getting raped. okay? Because abortion enables rapists and sexual traffickers, okay? And then she gets pregnant again, but this time when he tells her to go get an abortion, she lies to him. I got an abortion. She didn't. And then she gets far enough along, she shows her mom, and her mom's like, well, what's going on here? And she explains, and her mom believes her, and they run. And now she's older, she has that child, she had it then too. And that child was born. She loves that child to death. Absolutely loves her to death. And guess what else happened? That in jail because that baby was born, because love abortion.
That, but I'm just saying, like, I believe, and we could agree to disagree. I mean, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, personally, if I'm not, I can't do it. There's no way that I can, you know, and that's just my.
Well, I understand where you're coming from. Just a second. I understand where you're coming from with that. There's a lot of things that I cannot do, and this is where my faith comes in. If it weren't for the grace of God, if it weren't for God,
I go to church every Sunday, but that doesn't mean that I believe.
Well, do you love?
I can't go to church.
Do you love God?
Yes, I love God.
Okay. Do you love His Word?
Yeah, but I don't.
Do you love His Word that says He formed you in your mother's womb?
Yeah, but I can't. There's just one thing.
I want to ask a question. So let's say like a 14-year-old girl, she gets raped, right? And she has the baby, she died, and so she has to get an abortion. You against that?
So
It's a medical issue.
Yeah,
So the medical issues are something that people are very, very confused on. All right, and there's a lot of confusion for a reason. Okay. Abortion specifically is going in, killing the child, and then delivering the child one way or another. The child has to be removed from the womb. It gets delivered dead. That's what an abortion is. There are procedures to save a mother's life that don't intend to kill the baby, that could kill the baby. That's not abortion. So, like, for instance, chemotherapy is a procedure to save her life. And it might kill the child. High possibility, right? But that's not an abortion. It's not intentionally killing the child. Does that make sense, man? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll just say, I got to appeal to you on God's word, because the thing is Mary, if we say that abortion is okay, Mary could have killed Jesus.
No, I mean, I completely, like.
And it was, again, she was not like God picked her.
Right.
She
I believe, and I'm
You know what
gonna
I'm
walk
saying?
away from it, I'm gonna believe this. Yes, it's wrong. If you get raped, and honestly, it's probably one of the hardest things because I've been through it. All right,
I'm sorry.
But there's a lot of people out here that can't have kids.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm speaking on my son's behalf, because my son and his fiance has been trying for the last 4 years, and she can't carry a baby.
That sucks.
I believe in adoption,
Yeah.
because honestly, yes, it's wrong and it's hurtful. And if that person can't keep that baby because of they're going to have flashbacks and that,
Yeah.
then I believe in adoption, because there's a lot of people out here that would love to have kids.
Yeah.
So,
But do you see that God over and over in the scriptures, He talks about justice to the fatherless? That it's not just one of those things we keep to ourselves.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Look,
Yeah.
full disclosure, I've had an abortion. I don't think that God.
Okay.
I don't think that God hates me because of it. I don't think
Yeah.
that I'm going to hell because
Sure.
I had one.
No.
You know, like
Ansley.
everybody has
So
Are you there?
situations that they are in. You know what I mean? Like, now
Are you ready?
that you should be able to like have sex and then just do it as a form of birth control? Absolutely not.
right. So first of all, I want to say that
Where's
there's nothing that's keeping you from the love of God or anything. I don't believe that, okay? But I do want to ask you, like, it's a personal question, but have you asked for forgiveness for that? Like, is that something that you said, God, I killed this child, please forgive me for that?
I don't know if I like. I've never said it like that, and I don't think that like. I guess in my eyes, I didn't see it that way. Like, I
Okay.
don't see it as killing a child.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that, like,
Yeah, you may not have like realized at the time, like fully in your head, right? There's this thing, it's called sinning without knowing in the scriptures, that they talk about that. So you can still do terrible things without knowing that they're terrible. You know what I'm saying? And I would just say to you, some of the very, like, the forefathers in the faith, Paul, David, all these guys, they're murderers. It's not like you would be like any different, but what you would have is you would have the peace of knowing, I've gone to God, I've given this sin to God, I've repented of this sin, I've turned from it.
Hey everybody, so I just wanted to give a quick word here. So obviously you can see below on the screen the verse that talks about sinning without knowing. So there is something to that you can sin without full knowledge of what you're doing. However, what was more likely going on here, and what's more likely going on the majority of the time based on Romans 1, that the law of God is written on every man's heart, is that she was suppressing that truth and unrighteousness. I guess my point here was just that even if she did sin without knowing, she still has to ask for forgiveness. So take this advice and consider it in your own life. Maybe there's places where you have sinned in the past without knowing, that you're now aware of, that you know. Well, you still have to ask for forgiveness for it. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below.
All right, hold on. Can I ask you?
Yeah,
So look. So let's say your daughter. You say you got a daughter.
I got it. Yes.
She get cool. What are you going to tell her if she's like, Dad, I want to have an abortion? You going to sit there and be like, you're having that baby?
Yes. 100%. Yeah.
So then you're forcing that shit on her, right? Okay, boom. But then she goes and kills herself. You told her.
Right. Sure.
So she's gonna go kill herself, and then
Yeah, that would be really tragic.
then that way. So it's like that's like damn. So you pretty much. I'm not trying to let that be. You caused it.
So what I would say is, number one, the suicide rates and depression rates and everything are worse after you get an abortion, not before. The statistics clearly bear that out. It's it's way worse. So even if that was an argument, but second of all, if it is murder, if it is wrong, which it is, and the scriptures make it really clear, multiple different ways, then it's wrong all the time.
Okay, hold on. I got you. I'm not trying to put she's like my sister. I'm not trying to put stuff out there. I'm not gonna see her while she did have sex, and she did think she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And it's like she knew, and she got pregnant. She wanted to be have an abortion. So she told me. She sat there and told me. She planned exactly how she would die and when she would kill herself. So I'm like, my thing. This is my view on it. If you want to get an abortion, that's fine. But you can only get an abortion if if you're sitting there opening your legs to have sex and you get pregnant, then you get an abortion.
I see what your point is.
Then I don't think you should have to take that baby.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So, somebody comes up to you, let's just say it's your sister, and she says, unless, what's your name?
Grace.
Was it?
Grace.
Grace?
Uh-huh.
Nice. So Grace, she comes up to you and she says, Grace, unless you kill your friend, I'm gonna go kill myself. What do you do?
My friend. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be.
Bro!
If it was like no.
Bro, I sure hope not.
But like, also, it's like this might be.
No, wait a second. Let me explain the analogy. So, there's a lot of people out there who will want to hold you emotionally hostage. They'll say, I'm gonna leave unless you do XYZ for me. Like a girl, she might say that to you. And here's the thing, you have to recognize it for what it is. If she does do that thing, you have to do the right thing. But if you let her rule over you like that, she's gonna rule over you like that for the rest of her life. Emotional.
Yeah, like it's true. Like it's like that is true. That's an emotional. Like I get like they're not old enough to understand. I mean,
Well, right, but people do that.
Yeah,
People do that.
right.
You know?
I have a question. Like,
Yeah.
and I say that. Hold on. And this isn't against you or anything. So no,
Yeah.
But why aren't women out here voting these signs?
Well, women do come out here with
Well,
us.
because every every time I come out here, I just see men, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know nothing against you, but I'm like, you guys don't carry the baby.
Well, we were in the womb,
So, well, I get
and
that.
men are being
Push it
killed.
out of your vagina.
Men are being killed in mass. Men are being killed in mass.
But that's why I just wonder, like, why women in
Yeah.
mass, like men are more.
Men are being killed by like a large amount. Women and men are being killed in the womb. Both. We all
Because
come from
men have
mothers.
a bigger suicide rate that
No. I'm saying that when a baby is killed in the womb, it's either a boy or a girl. Both men and women are being killed in the womb. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. But I appreciate you guys talking. I just hope, your trust is in Jesus Christ ultimately,
Yeah, I'm still believing
And think about that.
Right, you're good.
Think about that.
Okay.
I want you guys to have peace, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good day.